In today's passage, we are finishing Matthew chapter 4. And you may not be able to tell, but it's starting to get dark out here, and that's appropriate because our scripture says that to people living in darkness, there has come a great light. That light is Jesus Christ, who is the light of the world. And our passage begins today in a city called Capernaum. I have been to Capernaum many times in Israel. It is along the shores of the Sea of Galilee, which is why I thought it might be appropriate for me to stand beside this lake. You're also going to see that Jesus makes Capernaum his hometown. He lives there for a while, and he's going to meet some fishermen, thus the fishing pole. We are going to see the call of Peter, Andrew, James, and John. I love to fish, so I think it's awesome that Jesus chose 4 of his 12 apostles who were men that were professional fishermen. And he walked up to these guys in the midst of their workday and gave them a higher calling. Peter and Andrew were casting their net. Instead of this, they would cast a net to catch fish. And Jesus says to them, "Follow me, and I will make you fishers of people." Then he sees James and John, and they're in the boat with their dad, mending their nets. And he calls them, "Follow me." Not only did they leave their fishing business behind, they left their dad behind. Total commitment, because Jesus gave them a higher calling. You're going to catch people, not just fish. And if you have not yet been to church on Sunday for our new sermon series, we are studying the book of Acts. We're calling it Unstoppable. And we're going to see in the book of Acts how Peter, Andrew, James, and John began to fulfill that prophecy that Jesus put on their life, that they would be catching people instead of fish. The chapter concludes with Jesus performing many miracles, healing the sick, the lame, the demon-possessed. And that is tremendous, and God still heals today. But I submit to you the greatest healing of all is when he heals the human heart that is sick with sin, and they receive forgiveness and salvation. That's how you catch people, because what? Looky there. We caught the smallest bass in the lake. The smallest little bass in the lake. Say hello to everybody on the Devo. Jesus met 4 men on the banks. He said, "You've been catching fish that are alive, but will soon die. I'm calling you to catch people who are dead in their sin, but will be made alive in Jesus Christ." It's not that hard. Just put your line in the water. You need to go fishing where you work, fishing where you attend school, fishing in your neighborhood, maybe fishing in your family. It's one thing to catch a baby bass. I get a little more excited if it's a bigger bass. But you'd be really excited when you catch a soul with the gospel of Jesus Christ. So I encourage you on this Monday morning, go fishing today.